Today, we unlock our phones with our faces and ask voice assistants for the weather every single day. But if you ask the average person how these tools actually think, they probably couldn't tell you. Behind all the complex code, artificial intelligence learns in the exact same way a high school student studies for a difficult math exam. Think about how you prepare for a big test. You look at 5 years of previous question papers, which act as your inputs, and you check the answer key at the back, which gives you your outputs. By studying enough of these examples, your brain eventually figures out the underlying formula to solve new problems. When you take that exact process of finding patterns in past examples and apply it to a computer, you get the foundation of machine learning. You can see the difference clearly in this diagram. In the top half, traditional computer programming requires a human to write strict, step-by-step rules, which the computer follows to give an output. But look at the bottom half. In machine learning, we give the computer the past data and the correct answers, and the computer figures out the rules all by itself. There's no sci-fi magic happening here. An AI is simply a system that uses huge amounts of historical data to predict the right answer to a future question. You see this in action whenever you order lunch. When an app like Swiggy or Zomato tells you your food will arrive in exactly 15 minutes, it is using machine learning. That app is like a student that has studied millions of past food deliveries. It looks at the historical data for traffic conditions, travel distance, and how long a specific restaurant usually takes to prepare a meal. By analyzing all those past orders, the system finds the hidden patterns. Then, it applies that logic to your brand new order to give you a highly accurate delivery time. Once a computer masters the basics, it can move on to higher education. In the AI world, this advanced level is called deep learning, and it uses artificial structures inspired by the human brain, known as neural networks. To understand how a neural network thinks, imagine how a college calculates your final CGPA. Your final grade is a combination of different exams, like mid-semesters, end semesters, and small class tests. Take a look at this network graph. The input nodes represent those different exams. Just like a professor decides that end semesters are worth 40% of your grade and class tests are only 20%, a neural network assigns different levels of importance, called weights, to different pieces of data to calculate its final outcome. Now watch how the network adjusts. If the system makes a wrong prediction, a feedback loop pulses backward, and it changes those weights. Notice how one line becomes thicker while another shrinks. Just like a student who fails a test decides to spend more time studying math and less time on history, the network is shifting its focus. Deep learning is essentially a massive, high-speed system of trial, error, and adjusting focus over and over again until the digital student consistently scores a perfect grade. But predicting a number is one thing. The most difficult assignment for any student is sitting down to write an entirely original essay. This brings us to generative AI. To teach a computer to write, developers have it read millions of essays, books, and articles across the internet until it deeply grasps the structure and context of human language. When it creates something new, it doesn't copy and paste. As you can see with this glowing text cursor, the AI is looking at a branching tree of words ahead of it. It uses probability to guess which single word should logically come next based on everything it has read before. This is exactly what is happening when you ask tools like ChatGPT to summarize your study notes, or when you use Midjourney to create a custom image from scratch. Think of natural language processing as the AI's language major. This is the subject that gives the computer the ability to understand and speak human languages like Hindi or English, treating sentences like ideas instead of just lines of code. Then there's computer vision, which works like a student studying a complex diagram in a biology textbook. It's the visual expertise that lets the AI see and make sense of the images and videos we share with it. These specialized fields are simply the college majors our digital student has spent years mastering. So, when we strip away the technical terms, artificial intelligence is simply a way to build technology that learns from massive amounts of data instead of following rigid, pre-written instructions. Every time you unlock your phone with Face ID or click on a personalized YouTube recommendation, you are interacting with this highly trained digital student. The math running behind the scenes is complex, but the core logic is highly accessible. It is built entirely on the exact same learning principles that every student already understands.
तो आज के बाद जब भी एआई की बात हो तो घबराना नहीं है। You've seen how the logic works. Keep exploring, stay curious और अपने अंदर के स्टूडेंट को हमेशा जिंदा रखिए।
धन्यवाद दोस्तों। इस वीडियो को देखने के लिए आपका दिल से शुक्रिया। अगर आपको यह वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो कृपया इसे लाइक करें, शेयर करें और हमारे YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना बिल्कुल न भूलें। आपका प्यार और समर्थन हमें ऐसे ही नए वीडियो बनाने की प्रेरणा देता है। फिर मिलेंगे एक और मज़ेदार वीडियो के साथ। तब तक के लिए नमस्कार।